Lance uploaded a vlog titled "Is SML Being Sued?" and in the video Logan explains what happened before and after he was sent this cease and desist letter from Nintendo. And for those of you who don't know, all three of you, the cease and desist letter forced Logan to remove any mention of their characters in their videos, which meant Logan had to even change his name from Super Mario Logan to SML, and it also meant that he couldn't mention any Nintendo games. But most importantly, it also meant that he had to change his characters, since a lot of them were of course owned by Nintendo, and he had to completely replace them. And fortunately for Logan, 2 years before he was sent the cease and desist letter, he already made characters that were SML branded, and he introduced them in videos such as the Human Potion.
What? Guys, did it work?
Yeah?
Dude, you look so cool!
And Jeffy's new dad.
No! Hey, Daddy. Jeffy, I am your father.
Which introduced them with their new look. However, a lot of the fans didn't really like the new designs, which is why Logan most of the time used the old plushies. But after the cease and desist letter, he had no choice but to use the new designs to replace the old characters so that he wouldn't get into more trouble with Nintendo and get sued. But to be honest, the designs aren't bad. I think people just don't really like change. And honestly, in the beginning, yeah, I thought the puppets looked weird, but now they're just normal. However, a lot of people think that the downfall of SML started after the change of these characters, but I don't see what kind of downfall, but I'm just gonna go with it. So what would happen if SML never received a cease and desist letter in the first place? Would SML have continued their success? Would they be doing better? Would they be doing worse? Well, let's think about it. But first, I want to give a shout out to chickenboy-bk8gp for the idea. If you want to have your idea used for a video, leave a comment and give me your ideas, and maybe I'll make it into a video. But going back to the video, the first thing that could happen if SML never received a cease and desist letter would be that Logan could have continued a lot of their series. And two series that I have in mind are the Pokemon series and the Luigi's Mansion series, which both of them ended up incomplete, and it was later confirmed that they're not coming back. However, the cease and desist letter didn't really end the series, it was definitely the nail in the coffin, as it didn't seem like Logan wanted to continue the series unless he'd maybe upload one in a while, kinda like how Jeffy Ball Z has one in a while. However, just because both series were confirmed to not be coming back doesn't really mean that they wouldn't at least try to make another series based on them if they never received the cease and desist letter. For example, the Summer School series was another series back in the day that focused on Junior and his classmates in summer school because they failed, and the series ended with 8 episodes, and although the series ended, it technically did come back because it seems like there's gonna be another Summer School series focusing on the main and side characters going to summer school, as SML just recently uploaded a Summer School Part 1, which this series is essentially a sequel to Cody Goes to Kindergarten, which ended with the entire class having to attend summer school after Daryl revealed that he was just playing as a spy this whole time and snitched on the whole class.
Wait, Daryl can talk?
You lied to me! Of course he can talk! I planted him in this class to tell me everything! Everyone fail! Summer school for everyone!
But the main reason why I bring up the Summer School series is that many of the series ended because Logan moved away from where they were set, which could be why he didn't continue that many of them. But as seen with the Summer School series, Logan could have continued series such as the Pokemon and Luigi's Mansion series, but instead of continuing from the original one, they could just make an entirely new series based on the old one, but set in a new environment with new characters and maybe even new Pokemon. But obviously, since they had this cease and desist letter, they had to move away from all that stuff and can probably never go back. Wait, I'm actually wondering, does the cease and desist letter say forever, or is there a time period on it? What if the cease and desist letter says, okay, don't do this for 10 years? Is that a thing? Because after 10 years, there's no way he's going back to the plushes. Huh, that's interesting. But the next thing that could have happened if SML never received a cease and desist letter would be that old characters such as Woody, Shrek, and Black Yoshi would have continued to be in videos a lot more frequently. And the reason why they stopped appearing in the videos was because Logan was afraid that he was going to receive another cease and desist letter because because these are also branded characters that aren't his. But in a vlog titled SML Shrek and Woody Coming Back, Logan talks about the idea of having old characters such as Woody, Shrek, and Black Yoshi turning into humans. However, Logan thought that he didn't really have a great design for Black Yoshi until he realized that he could still have him as a dinosaur because Nintendo doesn't have all dinosaurs copyrighted, which ended up turning out well, and he made an introduction video titled It's Ya Boy Dougie, which became his new name.
My name is your boy Dougie.
Dougie?
No, your boy Dougie.
I have to say the your boy part every time?
Yeah, or else I ain't gonna know who you talking to.
And he still had the idea to make Shrek and Woody into human characters, but for whatever reason, it seemed like he abandoned the idea, as Shrek started making cameos where both Shrek and Woody appeared in their original designs in SML movie Shrek's Endless Cheesecake.
Chewy boy.
I'm sorry?
But if SML never received the cease and desist letter, then it's possible that we could have seen these characters so much more often in videos, because they were appearing a lot more often, but then the cease and desist letter scared Logan into not using them, which is smart. You shouldn't do that, because obviously if SML gets sued on every angle from every company, then the channel could even get deleted. But the next thing that would have happened if SML never received the cease and desist letter would be that some of the fans wouldn't have left. I know a lot of the OG fans still support SML even after everything that happened to the channel. However, compared to how many people used to watch SML, it seems to be that there's been a decline in popularity. Don't get me wrong, they still pull millions of views every single video, but not everyone that watched SML beforehand is watching SML now, and we could use the example of them having to move to different channels. He first moved to Super Luigi Logan because his main channel was fully demonetized, which meant that he wasn't making any revenue from old videos, but even though YouTube demonetized his old channel, he continued to upload on it until he moved to Super Luigi Logan. However, not long after that, Super Luigi Logan got demonetized, so Logan moved to another channel called Super Bowser Logan. But after the cease and desist letter, he switched to the final channel, which was called just SML. However, me and a lot of SML fans have continued to watch SML even through all of this. However, after the cease and desist letter, a lot of people might have just given up on SML, as there was a lot of change all at once, and so people might not want to watch it. However, at these times, it's always good to show support. Imagine if your brother or sister got cancer. You're not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm done with you. No, you're not gonna do that. So with SML, if they have to go through some changes, yeah, you can stop watching if you don't like it, but realize that, yeah, it's a change, but then it just becomes normal. The whole change of the puppets, at first I was like, I don't like this, but now I watch it and it just seems to be normal that they're puppets now. But still, a lot of the fans who probably peeled away would have continued to watch SML if Logan never received the cease and desist letter. But since I talked about a lot of these channels, why not also talk about how successful Super Bowser Logan could have been if Logan never received the cease and desist letter and switched to the new SML channel? Well, before he received the cease and desist letter on February 10th, 2021, the channel had nearly 5 million subscribers, and the current channel seems to have more success, with the channel having nearly 7 million subscribers as of June 2024, which is crazy to think about if you realize what happened. Logan had to move channels multiple times, which stopped him from getting that 10 million subscriber play button. So hopefully with this channel, Logan can get it, as he's one of the YouTubers who has literally stuck through with it so many times. He would deserve 2 diamond play buttons for the first channel and this one, maybe even 4 diamond play buttons for Super Mario Logan, Super Luigi Logan, Super Bowser Logan, and SML. And so if Logan never received the cease and desist letter, he would have probably had his 10 million subscriber play button by now. And overall, it does seem like the cease and desist letter truly did change SML, and it's probably been the biggest roadblock that they've had, even more than with their demonetization roadblocks where they've literally lost entire channels. But it's great to see that they stuck through it and they persevered even after many roadblocks in their way, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for SML, and I hope they continue to succeed and make better and better videos. But let me know down in the comments what your reaction was to the cease and desist letter. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and click on this video here.